I want to share with you the story behind the new Feminist Founders podcast, my why about it. For the last decade or so, I have been on a personal journey of unlearning white supremacist, capitalist, patriarchal conditioning. My whole life, for as long as I can remember, I considered myself a liberal feminist, a good feminist, until Michael Brown was murdered in Ferguson, less than a mile from my home. And that experience, that moment in time, I realized that I had so much more learning and growing and unlearning to do. And so I dug in big time. And in the years since, I've really developed an intersectional lens on my feminism. And this work has been so important and so exciting in my life that honestly, there's not much more that I enjoy than talking about social justice issues of all sorts, especially in the ways that those issues intersect with business, with my role as a coach and an entrepreneur. And that's really how the idea for this podcast took root. I wanted an outlet for talking about big, important things with people who also really like talking about these big, important things. And so I started having conversations with people for this podcast, not really even knowing what it would be or if it was in service of my business or anything else. I just knew I wanted to have these conversations, and they have been so rewarding. I can't even tell you. But since then, as it's evolved, that motivation has not been entirely selfish. I have also really begun to enjoy the fact that this podcast is providing an opportunity to elevate voices of people who also really care deeply about creating a more equitable world, and with people who see entrepreneurship as a catalyst for that kind of change. Those aren't voices that are always uplifted, and certainly I don't think do we hear them in the business space. But what really makes me the most excited about this podcast and why I'm so passionate about it and hoping that you and everyone will help share it is that I'm really hopeful it's going to make people feel seen. People like me who are trying to do business differently, who are holding a vision for a more equitable world, who care about people and planet more than they care about profits, but who also really care about building a profitable business. It's not easy to be that type of entrepreneur in a business landscape where all of the advice and all of the best practices fly in the face of those values. Traditional business experts really can make you feel like you're doing it all wrong when you're trying to approach business in this different way. And so I'm really honored to give a voice to people who are saying, no, in fact, it is possible to do business differently and to be successful and to make a difference in the world. That's what has me the most excited and why I can't wait to share this podcast with the world. And if that feels really exciting to you too, then I hope you'll consider also sharing about Feminist Founders with your friends, with your business peers, your masterminds, your clients, your communities, because I really want to spread the word and have more people feeling seen and validated, and for us to collectively think about the change that we can make, how we can change the business landscape for good. So thank you for considering helping me spread the word.